In 1905, to end the war between Japan and Russia, a treaty was to be made. This treaty was called the Treaty of Portsmouth. The treaty officially ended the war, but also stated that Russia must acknowledge that Japan possesses Korea for political, military, and economical interests. The arrangement created by the United States President Theodore Roosevelt, who met with both His Majesty the Emperor of Japan and His Majesty the Emperor of all the Russias, were able to come to a peaceful resolution, but not for Korea. Starting in 1910, Japan colonized Korea for the next 35 years. Japan had such modern technology because of the Meiji Restoration, which has not ended yet. The Meiji Restoration made Japan a very powerful country that Korea could not handle. According to Korea Times, the annexation treaty signed in 1910 put Korea under Japanese rule. 3 years before the annexation treaty was signed, Japan was already showing signs of colonization. In 1907, Emperor Kojong assigned Yi Chun, Yi Song-so, and Yi Woo-jong to be special envoys to the Hago International Peace Conference to expose Japan's occupation of Korea to the rest of the world. They were not able to inform the other countries due to the Japanese interference. The first Japanese Governor-General of Korea re-established the existing Korea land ownership system. According to academic dictionaries and encyclopedias, in 1910, Japanese landlords that worked with the Oriental Development Company in Seoul steadily increased the Japanese land ownership to 36.8% by 1916, decreasing the Korean land ownership by quite a lot. The oral history for the comfort woman are found on Asia for Educators. Many Korean women around 20 years old were offered by Japanese businessmen jobs in factories, but in reality, they were taken away to serve 30 to 40 men a day as sex slaves. This took many women's rights to freedom away during this time. The women were forced to follow the military time after time and had no freedom whatsoever. This is a protest outside of the Japanese embassy located in Seoul. This protest takes place every Wednesday and the temperatures are extremely cold. They are angry that Japan has not recognized and apologized for the usage of many Korean women as sex slaves before and during World War II. This is a statue of a girl that was made to symbolize the cause of the comfort women's protesting. The statue was put up outside of the Japanese embassy. Usually, during the protests, the Japanese embassy keeps the window shades shut. Here's the first-hand account of a comfort woman from CNN News.
She tells me,
일요일 되면은
every Sunday, soldiers came to the brothel from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. On Saturday, from noon until 5, plus weekdays. I couldn't stand at the end of the weekend. I was physically broken.
Some comfort women have actually already met with officials from both Korea and Japan. On March 1st, 1919, around a decade after Japan colonized Korea, a group of Koreans that refused to have their rights and responsibilities taken away created a Declaration of Independence. The declaration was read in Seoul's Pagoda Park. Japanese authority punished many people who were involved with this. Many were killed and even more were arrested. Many Koreans were forced to work in very harsh job conditions. One example is that they had to work in gold mines under the Japanese rule. To convert the religion among Koreans, Japan built a shrine on Mount Namsan in Seoul in 1920. Koreans were forced to visit the shrine to worship the Japanese emperor and other Japanese gods, taking away the rights to Koreans' religion. On August 1945, Japanese submarines were flying black flags indicating the surrender of Japan. The Japanese Navy were unable to perform any longer to fight against the Allied forces because of the heavy casualties they had sustained during World War II. Japanese occupation officially ended on September 9, 1945, 1 month after Japan surrendered to the Allied forces. Ceremonies in Seoul were held to officially mark the end to Japanese occupation in Korea.